I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to you changing your mindset forever, there's only one thing that you have to do, that you have to keep in mind, that you genuinely have to be considerate of. Until you understand this one concept, this one concept, you are going to feel like your life is just not getting better. You're just gonna feel like everything is falling apart. That's what I was trying to say after I was trying to say the word concept. I don't know, that was so hard, but you're just gonna feel like depressed. You're just gonna feel like you're suffering, and you're just gonna feel discouraged. So the one thing that you have to do in order for you to genuinely change your mindset forever is you have to want change. You have to desire change. Like, you have to be so uncomfortable with where you are, what you've been doing, what you've been exposed to, what has happened to you, that you say, enough is enough. And I am tired of suffering. I'm tired of my situation. I'm tired of my finances. Like, you have to be unhappy sometimes in order for you to change your mindset, unless you're motivated. And this video is just inspiration. But 99% of the times when we want to make choices, it's because we're not happy. Let's be honest. So these are 5 things that you have to do in order for this to actually work. The first thing that you have to do is desire it. If you do not want something, you're not going to be able to get it. And what I mean by that is you have to be able to make it a priority. So for example, the same way we want to get our hair done, the same way we want to get a phone, the same way we want to go out to eat and be a big bag, the same way we want to go shopping, go on vacations, play pickleball, play tennis, go swimming, go to the arcade and play laser tag. The same time, energy, and effort that we do all these other things is the same time and energy we have to put into ourselves. Like, you have to put yourself on the top. It is not selfish for you to be selfless. You have to understand that in order for your mindset to change, you have to become the change that you want to see. And it's not cliche. The second thing you have to do in order for you to genuinely change your mindset is start making these decisions. But in order for you to make decisions, you have to make time for yourself. When we go through life, we make choices. Now, some of the choices that we make, they affect us and come with certain consequences. I'm not editing this. So it's like, when we make certain choices in our life, they come with consequences. So it's like, if we made certain choices and they weren't productive, they weren't educational, they weren't informative, they weren't uplifting, they weren't positive, we have to say, you know what, I made these choices in the past, or even today, I did not like this. You have to, communicate and articulate how you feel and decide that, you know what, I'm no longer going to continue to do this. And this is the same thing when it comes to you being unhappy or feeling discouraged or unmotivated when it comes to your life, whether it's financially, emotionally, physically, or financially. Like, we have to be able to sit with ourselves. We have to do some self-reflection and realize that in order for us to change our mindset, we can't continue to do certain things that we used to do. So it's like, you have to be willing to be open-minded in order to change your mindset. You have to be willing to unlearn information and learn information that resonates with you. So always take what resonates, leave the rest, and nobody can force you to do it. There's no one size fits all. So when you're looking to see people do things that you want to do, take what resonates. Never take anything that does not make sense to you. Like, just because somebody's doing something, just because you see people have certain things, doesn't mean you're going to have the same experience or that you're going to have the same outcome. So it's like, you get to decide what you want to do in this life and how things make you feel. So you have to validate yourself during this time as you start to realize that you want to become a priority because you're not happy. You have to learn how to be vulnerable in order for you to open your mind and for you to change your mindset, because you're letting go of programs and informations that no longer is dated. Like, you have to change. Genuinely, for you to change your mindset, you have to accept change. You have to embrace change. So you have to learn how to become adaptable. Like, once you can accept your reality, you have to realize now, okay, there are only 24 hours in a day. What type of resources do I have? So for example, if you're trying to change your diet, how can you start eating healthier foods? How can you start budgeting to get healthier foods or healthier nutritions, or cutting off certain foods that you know are not for you? How can you start finding ways to exercise daily or throughout the month or in your routine? How can you make time to go to Pilates, sign up to a gym membership, or to yoga, or even finding time to walk around. Like the same time and energy we put into everything else, we have to learn how to put the same time and energy in towards the things that we want. And if I'm being honest with you, if you really want to change your mindset, you have to do the opposite of what you don't want to do. So if you want to lose weight, or if you're trying to gain weight, or you're trying to work on your physical health, diet, or just in that area, you have to do the thing that's bothering you, that's making you feel uncomfortable, because it's temporary discomfort. So on the opposite, let's just say if you losing weight is you having the body and being healthy and seeing the results that you want. Like you have to go to the gym, you have to put in the work. Like that's the only reason why it's so hard for a lot of people to change their mindset, because they're not willing to do or become the person they need to be. So it's like you have to make decisions. If you want a car, are you willing to go to that job every day, your 9 to 5, or be a business owner, entrepreneur, and start saving your money until you get the money to get the car? And let's just say you're taking public transportation or you're walking to work. Like it's all about our choices. And it's like, it's okay if you made certain choices in the past because you didn't know any better. Like you have to give yourself grace in order for you to change your mindset. You have to accept the fact that you only knew what you were exposed to based off of the people, places, and things, family, friends, jobs, coworkers, etc. at those times, in those moments, and you did the best that you could. And if, like I said, those choices you're not too proud of, instead of being angry, instead of becoming bitter, instead of having regrets, learning from them, accepting them, validating them, grieve, feel how you feel, but just continue to move forward and know like you're not going to continue to do things. Like you really just have to have standards for yourself. You have to hold yourself accountable, and it's not an attack. It's really not an attack. Like you have to be able to change your mindset. Like I said, changing your mindset means you have to be willing to be open. Like you have to let go and you have to face your fears. Because like I said, on the opposite of your fears is the joy, is the love, it's the abundance, or whatever it is that you want to do. So it's like once you can be present, you now have to come up with a plan. So it's like, what resources, and that goes back to the last step that I just explained, what type of resources can you do in this moment to start doing things? So it's like, can you make a schedule? Can you make a routine? Can you set a to-do list? And even if you do one task a day, doing these tasks daily is going to lead up to long-term success. And I know you may want things so like quickly, but if it's not tangible, it takes time. I've never met anybody who said that they were going to lose weight and lost weight in a day, like from working out physically. Even if you were to get surgery, your body still takes time to heal afterwards. So it's like, when you want to change your mindset, you really have to take your time. And this is why I said in the beginning, the first 2 steps of understanding what comes with what you're asking for. Like, there's a lot of responsibility when it comes to growth, because you have to be able to receive it, you have to make room for it, and you have to be able to maintain it. So it's like, if you want to move from an apartment to a house, that's a big transformation. That's a big change, because it's just like in a house, you may not have the same amount of maintenance, So it's like, you have to make your plan. You have to use the resources that you have in order for you to change your mindset. And most importantly, you just have to be patient. So lastly, this is the most important thing that you have to do in order for you to change your mindset, is push through it. That's it. That's the most important thing. The most important thing for you to change your mindset, and what has helped me along my healing journey, and I can tell you from experience in the moment, is pushing through. Like, you can't give up, because it's like, unless you've done what you're trying to do before, or you have a sense of direction, or you have the finances and the resources and the education, and you have like assistance or help, you still have to show up every single day. You still have to put in the work. Like, you still have to do what you need to do, even on days where you're just like, you don't want to do it. Like, you have to become disciplined. And it's only hard and difficult in the beginning because you're starting. And like I said, if you've never been disciplined before, you never had faith, you never had anybody to believe in you, and you have to do it yourself, it's going to take a lot. But speaking from experience, you just have to constantly tell yourself that you're going to be okay. So what I want you to do when you see this video is start making affirmations. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. The affirmations are not going to work if you're not putting in the work. You're not going to say something and believe it if you know it's not true. So it's like, As long as you're taking every single day for what it is and you affirm yourself with the affirmations, that's when your faith and your belief in the manifestation and your mindset starts to evolve. You have to realize changing your mindset is like a muscle. And in order for muscles to, be nice and healthy, you have to activate them. You have to train them. It's a skill. So you can't rush the process. You have to take your time and you have to constantly motivate yourself, but you have to push through. That's the only way you're going to be able to change your mindset. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. If you have questions or comments, concerns about this video, let me know by dropping the word mindset as well as some affirmations that you can start applying every single day. And I want you to write down some affirmations, whether it's in the comment section or just when you see this video. And when you're going through hard times, I need you to say these affirmations out loud. So I'm going to put an affirmation in the comment section, and make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Ty_Guidance. All the information will be down in the description box below. And if you want a one-on-one session, head to my website at tyguidance.summer.com. I'm your favorite mental health specialist on this account. And make sure, guys, when you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, check out my story and check out my live. I'm going to be going live, doing some answering and some questions that I get all the time in my DMs or in my emails or through the sessions that I have through my website. And I also do in the stories like a poll to see what you guys want to talk about, what we can discuss, and just doing the best that we can, not overwhelming ourselves, not overworking ourselves, not being stressed out, because it's like stressing, panicking, all that stuff. It's not needed. And it's like once you realize that seasons are going to change, people are going to change, nothing in life is going to last forever. As long as you can stay on track, as long as you can stay focused, the time is going to go by. So my camera quality is a lot better, you guys. This is my old phone. I had an iPhone 11. I have a new phone. So we got that fixed. So be patient. Continue to be nice to yourself. You're going to get through it. And most importantly, do not give up on yourself. Like, you have to give yourself grace in order for you to genuinely change your mindset and be the best version of yourself. And you will. You will. Don't worry about anything or anybody who is not helping you. And I'm going to make that into a separate playlist. Like, when it's time for you to become the best version of yourself, you have to let go of people, places, and things who are no longer resonating with you. If not, they will hold you back or project onto you. And it's not to say that everybody has bad intentions, but it's like if they're not trying to do what you're trying to do, it's a distraction. Love you. Bye. Thanks for watching.